have tried every popular workout tracking app on the App Store, and I believe this one is the best. And the best part, it's free. I mean, no subscription, no one-time payment, and most importantly, no ads. So first and foremost, let's be honest here, it does have some sacrifices because it doesn't have all of the features in the world. But I also wasn't looking for that. I was looking for an app that would enable me to track my workouts, do some routines, and also set a timer for my rest periods. Okay, so if you want to check it out at the same time as I'm showing you this, you can find it on the App Store. It's called Gains. Okay, so when you first open the app up, it's going to welcome you with this calendar view. So let's go over the basics. To add an exercise, you hit this big plus in the bottom right and click on log exercise. Now it will open up a search window where you can search for either the exercise itself, if you know the name, the muscle group, the type of exercise, like for example cardio or strength training. When I, for example, type in chest, it's going to pop up with a bunch of chest exercises. And if I want something in particular, like let's say that I want an incline press with dumbbells, and when I spell it right, as you can see, it has incline dumbbell press, so it doesn't matter how you spell it into the search bar. But if you want a more specific exercise, like let's say that I wanted to do incline dumbbell press with, for example, just one arm, I can type in single arm, and as you can see, it doesn't have this exercise. But the beautiful thing here, you can add it yourself with create an exercise, and now it will give you a bunch of options that you can choose from. So you can give it a name of any kind of sort. I would just leave it at the default that you just typed in. Then you can choose a category and a muscle group that will enable you to search the exercise on later. So for a category on this exercise, we will choose strength, and for a muscle group, we will choose chest. Then you will select what it's measured in. That means if it's a strength exercise, it's probably going to get measured in reps. If you were doing, for example, running, you can put that in kilometers or in calories based on what you're aiming for. So we are going to put this to reps, and now you can choose if it's a weighted exercise. For example, if you were doing pull-ups, it's not going to give you the option, if you deselected this, to add some weight onto it, if it was just a body weight exercise. But over here with our incline dumbbell press, we are going to go weighted. And last but not least, you can also choose if it's an assisted exercise. So these are, for example, the assisting machines for pull-ups and dips. Once we're finished with all of our customization, we can hit next, and the exercise will be added. It will right away open up the menu of the exercise itself for logging. So it's really simple to log your set. You can tap on either the weight or the reps itself, and it will log that set as finished. We have 0 and 0 over here, and I probably don't have to explain this, but you can use the keyboard itself, some shortcuts on the side, or you can even use this kind of like wheel. But I never use that. It's pretty clunky and pretty slow to use. Another thing that you can do while you have this keyboard open is to select your rest time. And this is the little timer you see right here with the 1 minute on it. And if you want to alter it, you just hit this little pencil right next to it, and you can see one of the presets is probably going to be good for you. For example, a 2-minute preset or 1:30. When you're done selecting, you just hit done. Then if you want to use the timer after you've done a set, you can simply hit it and it will full screen it. This is really useful because when I'm, for example, just training legs or whatever, I want to walk around between the sets for those 2 minutes or whatever I set the rest time to, and I usually just grab my phone, grab my water bottle, set it somewhere, and just do this sort of stuff so I can see the time throughout the whole room. So once the timer is done, you've gone and done another set, you can simply hit one of these again, and it will duplicate the previous set's info. So that means if you had, for example, 0.75 kg here, and let's say that I put 12 reps this time and I hit the next set, it's going to duplicate both of those values, and I can then edit it if I, for example, did 1 kg. And if you want to get rid of a set, you can simply swipe it to the left or hit this little 3 dots on the side and choose delete set. Or you can hit duplicate to next set, which is going to basically create another set, and you can also do it with the big button on the bottom which says add a set. Those are pretty much all of the basics that you are going to use like 90% of the time, but if you're one of those freaks that does supersets, you can hit these little 3 dots on the top and hit create a superset. Now you can search for another exercise. Let's say that I want to do neck curls with these, and it will add these and couple them together with your previous exercise. Once you're done with this, you can simply hit save, and it will add to your day's total. All the way down here, I have incline press dumbbell single arm, which is kind of like a really bad name, with leg curls. And the little stripe next to it symbolizes that it's a superset. Also, once you finish doing all of these exercises, exercises, you can quickly take a look at your progress by just clicking on the exercise, and it will show you a really nice graph of the entire progress you made. And you can set it to different values like estimated 1 rep max and back and forth. You can really check this out and customize all of the values that you see right over here. It will also show you some of the max numbers and things like that. Once we go back to our calendar view, you can now swipe from the left side and it will open up the menu of the app. And we are currently in the today menu, but right underneath it, it's the routine menu. And here you can basically bunch up a bunch of exercises together and just set them as your routine. Like I have my shoulders, abs, and neck routine, and when I click on it, you can see all of this stuff that I have pre-planned over here. And when I click log shoulders, abs, and neck, it will log it into my today list, and it will signify it by this neon stripe on the left. One last setting that I want to show you that you should probably change is, again, on the swipe from the left in the menu, and you can head over to settings, now go to general, and here you see default number of sets. Just put this to the default number of sets that you do, and you will be pretty much set. Now, every time you add a new exercise, it will start off with that number of sets. So I hope this helps you. I have been searching for an app like this for months, and if you enjoyed, leave a like down below. It really helps, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.